Okay, so these exercises we really just added last week. So I've been doing them for a week so far on my own. Just had rehab the other day, and of course doing them for a week, you know, the therapist can certainly see a big improvement from what I did the first day she showed me how to do them till, you know, a week later after I've been actually doing them. So this first one, the first time I did it, I actually had to hold on to a counter or something. But now, within a couple days, I do them pretty much freestanding. I still like to be near the counter in case I get a little wobbly. I can catch myself. But it's simply a matter of moving your feet now sideways, and you might not see it here as I go behind the counter. But we do 5 in one direction, and then 5 back. The whole point is really doing weight shifting, so it's putting weight onto the weak leg and back. Again, very important to try and keep the toe straight, not to let the toe work its way out like it wants to. And it's also important not to just drag or slide the foot, but rather to make sure you do indeed, you know, lift it and take a true step each time, you know, transferring the weight. And like I said, as you can see, doing it now quite easily without any support. Okay, there's 4 of these kind of exercises altogether. The second one is fairly straightforward, and it's similar to what you saw me doing on the mat, but again, differently and in a weight shifting kind of a mode, standing up, is to just angle this out to the side, you know. And again, as you see, as I pick up my foot, the toe tends to want to go out. So part of this is to try and control that muscle and keep that toe pointed more parallel to my other foot. Now, this one really, you need to do both ways. Even though the right foot is the weak one, what you want to do is you want to put weight on the right foot and also do this with the left. So that way you're taking your weight off the left foot and putting all of that weight on the weak leg. So that's that one. I'm able to do that quite well, I think. The next exercise is more or less marching. So you lift up the good leg and the bad leg in a marching fashion. Clearly you can see that the weak leg doesn't do exactly what the good leg does. It doesn't do what it used to be able to do, but we're kind of there. And if you notice, as I bring it up, the toe also comes up, and that's an important thing for walking, so you don't drag your toe and stub your toe and trip. And I can't really say I'm doing that. It's just the ankle does it on its own. As you bring the hip and the knee up, the toe tends to point itself up in the air. Okay, and then we've got one more, which is just a backward flex of the hip. So we want to bring the leg back that way and then forward. This one is probably the most difficult for me because the toe still tends to want to curve out, and it's hard sometimes. The toe wants to kind of dig in as I bring it back forward. So like there, see the toe touches and drags. So this one I'm still working on, trying pretty hard to try and keep things straight and in line the way they should be. And 3 sets of these, 3 sets of the marching, 3 sets of the in and out. Really only supposed to be doing 1 set of the side steps, but I didn't realize that. So the first week I did 3 sets of those as well, and that was really tiring. Now that I'm doing them so well, I'm actually just cutting it back to 2 sets. And this week we added one new exercise. Just added that the other day, so if you follow me to the hallway, I'll show you that one. Okay, so this is the new exercise. Back straight against the door. I use the door because the door is a little more slippery. My feet are about a foot away from the wall, and they're about shoulder width apart. What I do is I hold a ball between my knees just to make sure that I'm keeping everything nice and stable. And then it's basically a knee bend using the wall door as stability. I think you can probably already tell I've done two and my toe has wanted to start pointing outward. And two more and it's back out. So this one is really difficult. Not in the up and down part, it's difficult trying to hold that foot where it belongs. I'm also not sliding very well today. I feel like I'm a little too sticky and sweaty. What I've really been dying to try is whether or not I can't just do this, you know, out here holding on rather than using a door. At the Rehab, they have a total gym, and I do this on the total gym, which you basically lay on it on about a 45-degree angle or so, and you push your own weight up and down. This is definitely harder than the total gym. I don't know, I have to talk to the therapist because I think this is pretty good. Okay, so other than, you know, walking around and trying to get general exercise, just doing normal things, the only other thing I do for the leg is the elliptical trainer. And I've done that a couple times, and I'm really only limited to about 10 minutes. It's a bit of a struggle to make the full 10 minutes. So I'm hoping to get that extended a little longer too. Okay, next we should look at the arm and see what exercise I'm doing currently with the arm.